We often find ourselves navigating the complexities of relationships and trust. We extend our hands in kindness, hoping for reciprocation, only to sometimes encounter disappointment or betrayal. But amidst the challenges, there are valuable lessons to be learned about the nature of human connection and the importance of discernment. Imagine a garden you've tenderly nurtured, pouring your time and care into every delicate plant. You've watched each seed sprout, offering water and sunlight, guiding their growth with love. But as the flowers bloom, you realize not all who stand among them appreciate your efforts. It's a tough realization that some of the very people you've helped, once regarded as friends or allies, have turned against you. Perhaps you expected a nod of gratitude or a hand offered in return, but instead you find yourself facing their hostility and resentment. In moments like this, it feels like a betrayal that cuts deep, not just because of the pain inflicted, but because it comes from someone you once held close. It's like turning around to find a trusted companion wielding the blade at you. It's a reminder that not everyone will reciprocate your kindness, and that's okay. The value lies not in the recognition or gratitude of others, but in the sincerity of your own actions. Keep nurturing your garden of kindness, not because you expect anything in return, but because it's who you are, a person who chooses to spread love and compassion regardless of the response. And in doing so, you will attract those who genuinely appreciate your light, leaving no room for the shadows of betrayal to dim your spirit. Christ's life is an example of this very concept. Throughout his time on earth, Christ offered compassion, healing and guidance to those around him. He healed the sick, comforted the downtrodden, and preached messages of love and forgiveness. Yet, despite his selfless acts of kindness, Christ faced enmity from many quarters. Some of the very people he helped, including religious leaders and members of society, turned against him with malice and hostility. They misunderstood his teachings, felt threatened by his message, or were driven by their own agendas. Even those closest to him, his own disciples, betrayed or denied him in his hour of need. Judas Iscariot, one of his trusted followers, famously betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. Peter, one of his most trusted disciples, denied knowing him 3 times before the rooster crowed. In perhaps one of the most poignant moments, as Christ hung on the cross, he looked out at the crowd, including those who had mocked him, spat on him, and crucified him, and said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Despite the betrayal and enmity he faced, Christ remained steadfast in his message of love and forgiveness. His life serves as a powerful example of resilience in the face of adversity and the transformative power of love. In our own lives, when we face similar betrayals or enmity from those we once helped, we can draw strength from Christ's example. We can choose to forgive, to love, and to continue walking the path of kindness and compassion, knowing that our actions are aligned with something greater than ourselves. It's a painful truth that sometimes the kindness we extend isn't always met with genuine gratitude or reciprocation. We invest our time, energy, and love into helping others, expecting at least a fraction of that goodwill in return. Yet we often overlook the fact that not everyone who crosses our path is a true friend. Some may only seek our assistance out of necessity, with no intention of forming a genuine connection. Their niceness towards us may be as a means to an end, a way to get what they want. When we place too much importance on our role in their lives, we set ourselves up for disappointment. It's a sobering reminder to be discerning in our relationships, to cherish those who truly value us, and to recognize that our worth isn't defined by the gratitude of others. Opening our lives to others based on our trust in them rather than their proven trustworthiness can lead us down a treacherous path. It's like inviting potential battles and attacks into our lives, unknowingly setting ourselves up for heartache and disappointment. When we invest in one-sided affections, we create a recipe for disaster, ignoring warning signs of coldness from the other person. We may turn a blind eye to their lack of reciprocity, hoping our affection will eventually change their indifference. But as time passes, their underlying dislike for us can simmer and boil over into outright hostility or attacks, leaving us blindsided and hurt. It's a sobering reminder to prioritize relationships built on mutual trust and respect, where both parties actively demonstrate their commitment and appreciation for one another. We can learn to discern between genuine connections and fleeting acquaintances, recognizing the value of investing our time and energy in those who reciprocate our affection. By setting healthy boundaries and being mindful of red flags, we can protect ourselves from unnecessary hurt and turmoil. It's a chance to cultivate relationships founded on mutual understanding and support, where both parties contribute to each other's growth and well-being. Learning to do good without expecting appreciation or recognition is a profound lesson in humility and compassion. It's about extending a helping hand simply because it's the right thing to do, without waiting for accolades or gratitude. Often we offer assistance. We hope it will be met with heartfelt appreciation. Yet many times, people may not express gratitude as we expect. Instead, they may feel a sense of guilt or resentment for needing help in the first place. They may envy your position or feel ashamed of their own struggles. In embracing this mindset, we free ourselves from the shackles of validation and expectation. We learn to derive fulfillment from the act of giving itself rather than the response it elicits. It's important to recognize that circumstances can change and the once hidden enmity of others may rise to the surface unexpectedly. While we may have journeyed a long way with certain individuals, it doesn't guarantee their loyalty or goodwill. Charity, though noble, shouldn't be mistaken for a true reflection of character. Instead, it's essential to allow people the opportunity to prove themselves through their actions and consistency before granting them access to our innermost thoughts and experiences. By exercising caution in who we allow into our lives, we safeguard our well-being and emotional security. It's a lesson in self-respect and self-preservation, reminding us that our vulnerabilities are precious and deserve to be shared with those who have demonstrated genuine care and support. May we carry with us the wisdom gained from understanding the delicate balance of trust and discernment in relationships. Let us remember that while kindness is a virtue, it is equally essential to protect our hearts from those who may not have our best interests at heart. By embracing self-respect and choosing to surround ourselves with those who uplift and support us, we pave the way for deeper connections and a more fulfilling journey ahead. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.